Next up, we have Macio Thompkins. He is a 19-year-old employee of the City of Atlanta and a graduate of Booker T. Washington High School. Growing up on the northwest side of Atlanta, Macio has overcome numerous challenges and hurdles to achieve his dream of graduating high school and being a model of success for his family and friends. However, thanks to Beyond the Bricks program offered this summer at Georgia State University, Macio's dreams now include sharing his talent with the world and his message of determination and success. Please welcome Macio.
This poem that I'm about to read is called The Product of My Environment. The ghetto is a place where the sun don't shine. The ghetto is a place where the images around you control your mind. The ghetto is a place where role models are scarce. The ghetto is like being stuck in the desert sun with no place to run. But still, the sun don't shine here. That was just a simile to describe my pain, to show you how it feels to be stuck in this game. Trying to go further, but I'm stuck on this chain. Is it my fault, or is my community to blame? Where I'm from, people don't make it up here to speak to large audiences. People don't make it up here to tell their story. So when I speak for the youth. When I speak for 1,000 people at one time. When I speak for all my homeboys who couldn't make it up here to speak. When I speak for a community. And speaking of communities, Atlanta houses 4 of the most dangerous zip codes in the country, which is the most in the nation for one city. And out of those 4 zip codes in Atlanta, my zip codes topped the list at number 5, 30314. I'm from a community located on the west side of Atlanta, officially known as the English Avenue community, AKA the Bluff. Imagine being a 5-year-old boy growing up in poverty. That means drugs, murder, and crime is around you at all times. You're absorbing it, you're taking it in, it's becoming a part of you. And everything you see every day becomes normal. You see people selling drugs, you see people on drugs, you see alcoholics, you even sometimes witness shootouts firsthand. And everything that comes on the radio at this time are things that promote this lifestyle as being okay. And all of this is going on with no parental discretion. Now, imagine being a 10-year-old boy. Your father cheats on your mother, causing them to separate. That means your mother is now a single parent. You don't realize it at this time, but one of the biggest role models in your life has left. By this time, you're entering middle school, and mama's not telling you don't go past that stop sign anymore. So now you're roaming further and further into the community. You start interacting with your environment. The people you seen when you was 5, they become your friends. The streets and the people in the streets become your role models. Similarities in the situation at home bring you on the streets even closer. Everything they did, you thought was cool. You look up to them like a big brother. At a time when you were supposed to be finding yourself, your environment ended up defining you. This person I'm talking about is me. My first year at Booker T. Washington High School, the same hallways that Dr. Martin Luther King walked, I was kicked out and sent to CEP Alternative School. By the time I returned to Booker T. Washington High School, all of my friends were either still at CEP or dropped out. I never attended another class with any of my childhood friends again for the remainder of my high school years. One day, while sitting in the liquor store parking lot, waiting for my mother to return to the car, a lady walked up to the window and said, "God just told me to tell you to stay in school." This whole experience, it made me take a step back and question my situation and the situation of my community. Every day, while on my way to school, I would see the same people that I idolized when I was younger. The same people who were my role models. The same people who set examples for me, standing around doing nothing. It was partially their fault, but I wondered to myself, who set the examples for them? Who were their role models? Hold up, I gotta bear with me. I have over 15 of my childhood friends right now potentially facing life in prison. When I speak for them. During my high school years, I lost a lot. I lost friends. I lost family. I even lost myself for a minute. I also lost hope. But I also gained a lot. I gained integrity. I gained wisdom. I gained a few new friends. I even found my purpose. During my 12th grade year, I met a dude named Chuck Barlow Sr. through a program by the name of Saving Our Sons and Sisters International. Saucy came during a critical time in my life. I had just got kicked out of my mother's house for selling marijuana. My junior and senior dues were due, and the road towards my graduation was about to end early. And Chuck, he got my head back in the game. He was really like that extra gas I needed, to graduate. Me and my mother wasn't on good terms, so she didn't attend my graduation. But through all of this, I kept the image of the good life in my head. The summer after my graduation, I met a lady named Miss B through an internship at City Hall. Miss B was like my second mom. She helped me land a job with the city of Atlanta, which I'm currently working. While working, I often ask myself, what would I do next? Afraid that I would be there working for the rest of my life, I often search for new opportunities. Then one day, I got a call from Chuck saying I got this media literacy program called Beyond the Bricks at the Georgia State Crime Center. I want you to come check it out. The day before the program, which was a Sunday, I was falsely arrested and accused of strong armed robbery. I spent 5 days in Fulton County Jail for something I did not do. But still, I moved on. The next week, I went down to the Georgia State Crime Center. My instructor was this intelligent guy by the name of Mike Molina, a recent graduate of Yale Law School. Every now and then, he was assisted by Brian Williams and Brian Murray, directors of the Crime Center. We talked about issues that young black men faced every day and how society viewed us and what we could do to change that. Beyond the Bricks gave us a voice. We were given cameras in addition to a small grant, and we were challenged to go out into our communities and address the cause that we felt needed the most. So I thought back to all my friends that had felt victim to the system, and I asked myself, what could I do to change that? What could I do to prevent this from happening to another generation from my community? So I came up with a mentoring program by the name of Lights, Camera, Action, or LCA. based solely on setting examples and role modeling for the youth within my community. Lights is bringing lights to an issue that had ruined so many of us. Camera is for the documented part, which can be shown all across my community and across the United States. Action is taking action on your passion and pursuing what truly means the most to you. I plan on working with 8 to 12-year-olds within my community with a group with about 4 to 6 boys. First, restoring lost values. Also, by setting standards so high that failure is not an option. I plan to encourage them to take advantage of every situation and try to truly get them to understand the struggles that our people went through to get us where we are today, and that anything less is a step backwards, which leads to failure. I also plan to support and reward them for their academic achievements. I want people to understand that these people who helped me, they weren't doctors, they weren't presidents. They were ordinary people from all different walks of life who took time out of their life to help someone else go further. I have this saying, if someone holds the door for you, you should hold the door for somebody else. So with LCA, I'm holding the door for my community. I challenge everybody here to take in consideration the action that you take around young people. I encourage everybody here to encourage every young person you see. And I myself, I vow to be a role model, a teacher, and a friend. Peace.